Hi, I'm Steve Robinson, and you're watching NASA TV.
Getting from there to here, it's been a long time, but my time is finally near. I will see my dream come alive at last. I will touch the sky, and they're not gonna hold me down no more. No, they're not gonna change my mind, 'cause I've got faith of the heart. Go where my heart will take me. I've got faith to believe I can do anything. I've got strength of the soul. No one's gonna bend or break me. I can reach any star. I've got faith. I've got faith into the heart.
Good morning, Discovery. The wake-up music this morning was for the entire crew, and it was compliments of the Deputy Shuttle Program Manager. You can sort of think of the wake-up music this morning as the inspirational memo that he would have written you to tell you how much we believe in you. That is, if he were a musician rather than an engineer.
And good morning, Houston, or good evening, as the case may be. Thank you we send our thanks for the music. We're looking forward to a great and successful today.
And Discovery, we're with you all the way today. It's going to be a great day.
You're looking at a picture of a piece of thermal blanket near the commander's window on the port side of Discovery that was mentioned in last night's mission management team briefing by Shuttle Deputy Program Manager Wayne Hale. Engineers are off looking at this bubbled up blanket, if you will, to determine whether or not this might have any negative heating effects or any issues associated with entry that might be of concern for the mission management team. They'll be discussing it further later today.
I want to give a compliment to the EVA folks for providing such a really good package of information for us. We've got all the information we need and have been busily absorbing it. Message, I think it was 110 about the hacksaw blade angle. I did check and slightly modify that angle. That was a great suggestion, as Joe T. and I talked about yesterday, so that's complete. And we're going to actually tape up and bring out an extra hacksaw blade just in case the true contingency is required. I'm not going to bring it with me to the orbiter belly, but we're going to keep it down on the fuse tether. Be totally taped up with no edges and have a tether on it.
Okay, we copy. Those were nice words. We're glad you had the information you need, and that sounds like a great plan.
Shannon, this is Vegas. While we're handing out kudos, you can thank the robotics team once again. Their summary page, the one-page table, was absolutely fantastic.
Okay. Well, they really appreciate knowing that, and that they'll do that again.
A good view of the Destiny laboratory of the International Space Station and the station's robotic arm that has a grasp on the external stowage platform. That platform will be raised for installation to the Quest airlock that you see at the top of your picture. That large 3-ton tool platform will be bolted to a series of capture latches and a capture claw on the Quest to serve as a tool shed upon which spare parts will be housed for future shuttle assembly missions.
Talk to you later. Okay, Andy, I'm outside. We see that. Was the airlock thermal cover open, Soichi? Was open. But did you have to open it or had it fallen open? No, there was a little pressure left in the airlock. airlock, and I think it popped it open. Oh, yeah, right.
Soichi Noguchi out of the airlock into the open payload bay of Discovery.
The valves are down. Okay, that is down. Right. Bring open. And why don't you stick around while I close the hatch? It's the same as before. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Okay, look around, make sure there's no floaters in here other than me. So we see both waist tethers out, one of which has got the crew-up bag on it. And you are tethered to the safety tether, so you can egress the airlock when you're ready, Steve. And so you can temp stow those fuse tethers if you haven't already, which I suspect you have. Already done. He has done that. Okay, so you need to get the crew-up bag and put it in your BRT. Okay, Andy, I'm in the great outdoors. Okay, could you check safer valves are down? Good work.
This is the view from the helmet camera on Soichi Noguchi as he and Steve Robinson set up the variety of equipment, their tool bags, trash bags, their tethers, a potpourri of equipment accompanying the two spacewalkers out into the payload bay.
And double check capsicle is open. Starboard and native B-guide latch is open. Port B-guide latch is open. I got eyeballs on all three RTLs. Great. Which ones can you see? I see starboard and native. Copy. Native is on 4.
This view now from Steve Robinson's helmet camera.
The alignment looks good to me. Alignment looks good to me. I see 50 centimeters to contact. To RTL. Good motion.
On opposite sides of the attachment device, Robinson and Noguchi will provide
17 centimeters out by our count.
Good.
Robinson and Noguchi will provide indications that the ready-to-latch indicators are on for the capture latches.
Alignment looks perfect. Good alignment. Continue. Port RTL. Data RTL. Starboard RTL.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and continue on down a little deeper in the track. We show that we're dead center on all three. Do you guys concur?
Concur. Concur. And we will try once again to close the capture claw further, and we'll have to use the same comm protocol. So we'll be standing by Soichi for you to say EV1 ready. Copy. I'm going to get the BRT back on.
This view from 224 miles over Kazakhstan, the site of the Baikonur Cosmodrome as the Shuttle Discovery, and a good view of the shuttle robotic arm and the orbiter boom sensor system that will be moved down to take close-up views of the tile samples and the tile sample assembly box at the rear of the cargo bay a short time from now.
Excellent.
Steve Robinson now in the process of mating power connectors to the cables that were pre-positioned to provide power and heating for the external stowage platform. These cables were set up by Robinson and Noguchi back on Saturday.
I got B5 on my BRT tethered. I think you can leave the thermal cover open. I think I'm going in there next to get the right angle drive. Okay.
The scanning with the orbiter boom sensor system package of sensors of the deliberately damaged reinforced carbon-carbon and tile samples in the tile sample assembly box at the rear of Discovery's cargo bay has been completed.
My tether point. Certainly, Soichi.
And all of those laser files are being downlinked to the ground for analysis to see how well those samples fared several days after the application of emittance wash on the tiles and that non-oxidizing agent on the cracks in the reinforced carbon-carbon. When those samples are returned to Earth, they'll be analyzed by engineers here on the ground to see how well those materials stood up in the vacuum of space and how well the repair techniques fared. This view now from the helmet camera of Soichi Noguchi as he has clambered up the P6 solar array truss structure about 60 feet above the payload bay of Discovery, carrying with him the MISSY experiment, the materials ISS experiment package. It will fold open like a suitcase, exposing material samples to the vacuum of space to gather data on how well it fares against the environment in low Earth orbit.
Still high running torque, but it's turning now. Okay, you think you're going to be able to get it out? We can see in the video it looks like it's doing the right thing. Backing.
By increasing the torque setting on his pistol grip tool, Steve Robinson now working to unbolt the grapple fixture from the external stowage platform, which is firmly locked on to the Quest airlock, housing spare parts for future shuttle assembly missions.
Go ahead, Steve. Okay, what's my next step? In particular, what do I do with the right angle drive? Can you remove?
The panorama of the International Space Station from about 60 to 70 feet above the longitudinal axis of the International Space Station. Soichi Noguchi's helmet camera providing us with this breathtaking view as he installs the MISSY experiment, the materials science experiment, at the very top of the International Space Station.
Yeah, Andy, I'm almost ready to open the box. Okay, if the pip-pins are released, you can open it and reinsert them once you've got it open, so it's secured open. Copy. Steve, we'll have you stow the right angle drive when you get back down to the airlock and stow some other equipment. You bet.
Noguchi now preparing to unfold the MISSY experiment to expose its material samples to the vacuum of space. That Christmas tree that you see at the top of your screen was installed by Joe Tanner during the STS-97 mission when the P6 solar array truss structure was assembled on the International Space Station to deploy the huge U.S. solar arrays in tribute to Iron Workers of America. Soichi Noguchi about to deploy wireless antennas on the MISSY experiment that will relay data and telemetry from the material science samples back to the U.S. Naval Academy, which is a co-sponsor for this experiment with the Langley Research Center.
You're right.
Soichi Noguchi looking down at the nose of the shuttle Discovery. Before long, Steve Robinson at the end of the station robotic arm will be on the opposite side looking at the belly of the orbiter just underneath the nose as he removes the tile gap fillers.
Yeah, tricky things, aren't they? Okay, from the camera views, can you confirm this is properly stowed? Actually, we're watching you out the window. So here it is. How do you like it? It looks pretty good. Okay. One on the left T-bar.
At the very top of your screen, Steve Robinson by the hatch of the Quest airlock as he retrieves the appropriate tools and tethers he will need to mount a portable foot restraint at the end of the station robotic arm and take a ride down to the belly of the shuttle Discovery for the task in which he will attempt to remove 2 protruding gap fillers from the tiles on the belly of the shuttle itself. And there's a view of Steve Robinson at the end of the Canadarm2, ready to begin his transport down to the belly of the Shuttle Discovery for the removal of these tile gap fillers.
Yeah, indeed, you know, I will not try to speak up, you know, but stay calm until I see a safety issue. Okay? I don't want to club up calm. Do you have a WVS view from EVK right now? It's coming in and out. You will need a slight body pitch forward angle of around 30 degrees. Copy that. Vegas, you ready?
Not quite. Stand by. We'll give you a go in just a second.
An unprecedented view of the Space Shuttle's thermal protection system from a distance of about 7 to 8 feet, looking straight down on one of the gap fillers that has been brought into question following rendezvous pitch maneuver photography accomplished by International Space Station crew members Sergei Krikalev and John Phillips during Discovery's approach.
In Houston, while we wait, I'm viewing another damage. Just a chipped tile on the aft starboard edge of the nose gear door, of the starboard nose gear door. Actually, it's a chip about 3 inches wide, and it covers 2 tiles, and it's right on the aft edge of it.
We copy that, Steve. We've already looked at that.
Motion stopped. Mind you to use less than 5 to 10 pounds of force. Let us know if more force is required, and if you do succeed in pulling it out, GCA the arm away prior to putting it in your trash bag. Okay, it's yours. Our brakes set. The brakes are on. You're a go. Okay, I'm grasping it, and I'm pulling. It's coming out very easily. Beautiful. Very nice. Okay, Steve, GCA the arm back away. Okay, away from my body. I'd like to move body back by 5 feet, please. Okay, brakes are coming off, and we will move aft away from structure. Okay, that was 1.5 pounds of force.
So at 7:45 a.m. Central Time, spacewalker Steve Robinson reported he was able to easily remove the first of 2 gap fillers between tiles on the underside of the Shuttle Discovery. Reported it only took about 1.5 pounds of force to pull it out with his fingers.
KC, we are slowly backing you away. Ready.
As you look from the helmet camera on Robinson, you can see the gap filler in his fingertips.
Get some clearance.
These gap fillers are thin, stiff fabric.
Okay, good motion away from the orbiter.
That resembles in some ways a flat paint sample from a hardware store.
Maybe you have to be an old aerodynamicist like me, but the surface of this belly is just a work of art. Okay, that's far enough, Vegas.
Discovery Houston, we're happy with the video we have. No pictures necessary.
Excellent. Back to you, Steve.
And just so you know, we have a great downlink of Steve's WVS right now. We're really enjoying the view.
Yeah, it's pretty slick, isn't it?
This view from Soichi Noguchi's helmet camera as he looks down on his fellow spacewalker underneath the Shuttle Discovery.
Correct. In work.
Brakes are on. Your go from M2.
Thank you. Here we go. Stay watching. Nicely done, Steve. Back to you to GCA away from there.
Okay, that came out very easily, probably even less force. It looks like this big patient is cured.
Copy that.
These helmet-mounted camera views showing clearly the gap filler he's removed in his fingertips there. The red coloring on there is the adhesive that's used to stick those gap fillers in between the tiles.
Doing my own inspection here. It's a very nice orbiter belly.
Discovery Houston for EVA and the photos. We are very happy with what we've got. We had great images from the WVS, but if Steve would like to take some photos, he's go to do that by all means.
Steve would like to. I think you'd like to have these when we come back.
Soichi,
Thanks for helping out. You look good up there. Thank you. Soichi and Steve are proposing to begin the cleanup and for Soichi to come back down and assist Steve with the cleanup.
Discovery Houston for EVA. Andy, we concur. We had the same thoughts. So you go to press with the cleanup. Great job. We'll just be cleaning up and headed inside.
Sounds good, Houston. We'll put that in work.
At the juncture between insulation blankets and tiles on the port side of the Space Shuttle's crew cabin. This is an area directly below the commander's window. Mission managers are continuing to look at a variety of different images that have been downlinked, and they'll add these images to the suite of information they have to review as they consider options related to this and whether it's going to affect Discovery's re-entry into the atmosphere.
Okay, take a one last look. Tethers. Boost. I'd call that one pretty good day in space.
Andy, it's been a pleasure for everyone here on the ISS team and the Blue Flicker to work the EVA with you and Steve, Soichi, and the whole crew. And now it's time, since those guys are inside the airlock, to hand you over to the White Flicker and the Shuttle team. Julie will be talking with you. But it's been a real privilege for us today. Outstanding job. It's a real highlight in the careers of each one of us here today at MCC. Thanks so much.
Thank you all, Mike. We appreciate the support very much, and hope you get some decent night's sleep after all of this. And Matt, EDR, thank you very much for the hard work and great help, and all the people in the control room. I'd like to thank especially for the EVA team, Cindy Bagley, Mark Myers, Alison Bollinger. They are my heroes. Thank you. And let's add on Deb Scoville, Ralph Erdman, and thanks to the whole team for making this day actually super smooth and easy, as well as historic.
Houston copies. Congratulations.
And Discovery Houston for EVA. Just so you know, Soichi and Steve, we hear you loud and clear on the ground, and we just wanted to pass on the congratulations from the shuttle room. We watched every step of the way. It was a fantastic job, a great choreography between the robotics and you guys out there and Andy. It was very beautiful. Well done.
Merci beaucoup, madame. Actually, you know, we're the really fortunate ones on this tall pyramid of talented folks, so thanks to everybody.
Well, Steve, still the work of the folks here has been tremendous, and I can tell you that when Cindy walked in the room, she had a beaming smile.
Well, that's what we live for, pretty much. If she's happy, we're happy.
It just looked too easy.
Looking at the port wing of Discovery.
In Houston, Vegas and Charlie are sending you a nice view of the bottom of the orbiter on DCV.
Eileen, we have it. It is awesome. Discovery Houston, this is an extraordinary picture, and it's been broadcasted on NASA TV, so for the whole world to see. Awesome. And just a thought for you guys, at the end of the OBSS now, that's far away from the shuttle, and that's where we're going to put an EVA crew member next time around.
Currently watching views from the Orbiter Boom Sensor Systems television camera, looking down from overhead at the payload bay of Discovery, following today's successful spacewalk by Steve Robinson and Soichi Noguchi, which lasted a total of 6 hours and 1 minute.
Well, for us, that certainly completes a very exciting day, watching, observing, and admiring your crew again, doing excellent job during EVA-3. Great teamwork, great work done. We are very honored to be here, to be able to work with you. Rest well. Good night.
Good night will do, because we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.
Take care.